Welcome to the library of the Jerusalem Academy for Music and Dance. The following is a guide for dance and movement students concerning procedures for use of the library, reading room, audio and video listening room, the library computer program, and databases for home use. The library is open from Sunday through Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Once you confirm having watched this instructional guide, we will issue a reader's card for you, which will enable you to borrow up to 12 items, books or scores, simultaneously, in accordance with the loan status of the items. Items without a colored sticker are loaned out for 4 weeks. Items with a blue sticker for 1 week, with a yellow sticker overnight, and those with a red sticker are not loaned out. Most of the library has barcodes, and this is the way the stickers look on them. On items that are marked by hand, the stickers look like this. Items on loan for 1 week or for 4 weeks are automatically renewed if they are not on order. An item on order cannot be renewed. If you need an item which is on loan, order it so that the automatic renewal will be blocked. If an item on loan to you has been ordered, you will receive an email to that effect. We collect through the bursar's office fines of 4 shekels a day for items on order or items on loan overnight that have not been returned on time, plus 1 shekel per day for every day late after your eligibility to use the library expires at the end of your studies. Avoid late returns. Items that don't leave the library can be photocopied or scanned. Use of our scanner is free of charge, and next to it is a set of instructions for use. There are 2 photocopying machines inside the library and 2 just outside the door. Removing an item from the library to photocopy it requires actually loaning it at the desk. It's possible to return borrowed books even after library hours by using the returns box outside the library. When the library is open, please do not return items to the box, but to the desk in the library. Use of photocopying machines is with a card that you can get from the librarians in return for a deposit of 10 shekels. The deposit will be returned to you when you give back the card. The card has to have money added to it, and the rates for copying are 20 agorot for A4 size page, 40 agorot for an A3 or B4 page. When you are finished photocopying, press the red button and wait for the notice Hotzeh Kartis, remove card, before retrieving it. In case of any problem, call the librarian and do not open the photocopying machines on your own. Eating and drinking are forbidden in the library. Keep the noise level down. Cell phones must be turned off or turned to vibrate. No phone conversations, please. Kindly check the computer for what you need, and rather than removing an entire shelf of material, but anything that you have taken out and used, please leave on the tables and do not return to the shelves on your own. The reading room. The reading room is divided into books and scores. Behind the loans desk and on the reference shelves in the library entrance are materials that are especially widely used, dance as theater art. On the reference shelves near the entrance are encyclopedias, among them the 6-volume International Encyclopedia of Dance, which is also available to you in the online version, an encyclopedia of 2 volumes on ballet and 1 on modern dance, and an encyclopedia of world music that includes international ethnic dance. Most of the reading room is arranged, as are most libraries in Israel, according to the system of the Library of Congress in the USA. The dance section is near the front of the library. Every item in the library has a shelf number consisting of 2 parts. Before the dot is a code whose ending, as far as you are concerned, is almost arbitrary. For example, in the books before us, GV 1785.1, Books on Choreographers. After the dot are letters and numbers in alphabetical order, generally of authors. The numbers after the letters that are after the dot, and only after the dot, are numbers in the tens column. For example, H66 is equal to H6.6. Thus, H66 is found before and not after H8, and in actual fact, Lester Horton precedes Doris Humphrey in alphabetical order. The first and sometimes the only copy of Hebrew books can be found in the archive, located in the head librarian's office and in locked closets. An ordinary search in the catalog does not include the archive, but it is possible to select a search in all the library that will also include the archive. The items are set up in columns so that before the first item on the top shelf of the column is the last item on the bottom shelf before it. The library is built like a snake, alternatively from the wall to the window and from the window to the wall. On the outside panel of each bookcase is marked the main contents to be found in it, but the exact shelf number of the material you are looking for must be found in the online catalog. The main subjects in the dance shelves are movement notation, dance history by country, with special emphasis on Israeli and Jewish dance, choreography, choreographers, dancers and dance companies, dance and movement education, and finally, subjects studied in the Academy mainly in conjunction with the dance department, psychology and cognition, anatomy and physiology. The library also holds selected papers that were written for higher degrees in dance in the Academy. The rest of the library contains music books, scores, and on the rear windowsill are several books on additional subjects, such as theater and literature. Also at the back of the library are periodicals in alphabetical order for music and dance alike, the non-Hebrew ones according to the Latin letters alphabet, and the Hebrew ones according to the Hebrew alphabet. Periodicals include research publications such as Dance Research and magazines such as Dance Magazine. Most of the library's periodicals are now online. Currently, the listening and viewing room is mainly in use as an extension of the computer room during the hours it is closed to students. Most of the viewing and listening today is online, not only on YouTube, but also through the databases to which the Academy subscribes. The library listening collection includes classical music, jazz, Arabic music, other ethnic music, and a small amount of popular music, mainly Israeli. One collection that mostly does not exist online is Israeli concert music. The viewing collection puts great emphasis on dance. The library has several hundred dance DVDs in the regular collection, several hundred modern experimental DVDs received as a donation from the Suzanne Dalal Center, and still includes important works on analog video that do not exist on DVD. Unfortunately, many works in this area are not available for commercial purchase at all, thus we have only a few works on Pina Bausch and none at all of the Batsheva Dance Company. You have legal approval to burn or copy all materials in the library for learning purposes. In order to do so, you must bring us an original signed form of commitment to fair use. For audio files, you rip in Windows Media Player. DVD files can be dragged to a file. However, nearly all commercial DVDs are protected and are impossible to copy. Searching the library catalog. The library catalog is online and easily accessible from the Academy site through the Library tab and the second Library tab, Search the Catalog. Most searches are possible with the same ease as with an ordinary search engine, but since this catalog has passed through human hands, its entries are indexed, making browsing through alphabetical listings possible. The catalog includes titles of books and works performed. Articles from periodicals are not in the catalog but can be searched in the databases. In the search program, at the top of the toolbar in the center, there's the possibility of changing language by clicking on Change Language. That way you can get to English. The default is words from all fields in the main library. Alternatives to main library are all the library, which includes the archive, and limiting in advance according to type of material, musical notes, books, etc. Using words from all fields allows searching as in a search engine. To find an expression of several words, click on Adjacent Words, Yes. One possibility that exists in this system and not in Google is so-called amputation, adding a question mark anywhere in the word, and then all the results containing that part of the word appear. For example, if I am unsure of the spelling of the name William Forsythe, I can type William, F-O-R-S, question mark. Of course, in this case, results will come up with other words that begin with F-O-R-S if they exist. That's why it's critical to include the first name. The search must be in Latin letters. The only items cataloged in Hebrew are Hebrew books, Israeli music scores, and recordings of vocal music. The list of received results can be sorted according to any field that is underlined: author, title, publisher, year, or shelf number. In the LIB/items field, we can see the general number of copies in the library / the number of copies that are on loan. If we see, for example, 1/1, it means that the only copy is on loan and there is no point in checking the shelf. Clicking on the result in this field will let you know the loan status of each copy. Here you can also place an order for the copy that is on loan. You must enter your username and password, actually your ID number, twice. You can check your own list of loaned items as well as the status of your orders through your reader's card, which you go into in the upper right-hand corner. To see full details of the items, such as performers on recordings, click on the number on the left. The alternatives to words from all fields are words from particular fields, or browsing particular field authors, including choreographers and composers, titles, performers, including dancers and dance companies, or subjects. Subjects in our catalog are always in English, even for Hebrew books. Subjects in musical notes will always be a combination of genre and ensemble or instrument, such as sonatas, violin. Subjects for dance start with the word dancing, because the word dance is sometimes in use in notes of music for dances. All the recordings of Western dance are under dancing, modern, and postmodern, without attempting to differentiate among them, or ballets. In a search yielding 5 results or less, for example, Isadora Duncan in the viewing collection, the full record comes up automatically for the first result. It's possible to browse among the results or to go to the results list. The program also allows advanced search, mainly cross-referencing fields. A useful possibility is cross-referencing language, the first 3 letters, for example, HEB for Hebrew, with another field. Thus, a search for forms in Hebrew yields 7 items in the main library only. Finally, items that are not in our library can be ordered from another library through an interlibrary loan by Yossi, the head librarian. Go into the Other Libraries tab and choose Union List Israel. There you can find which library holds the item. Send the details to Yossi by email at yosefg, Y-O-S-E-F-G, @jamd.ac.il. Databases for home use. The library subscribes to many materials for home use: audio and video recordings, scores, and research materials. Access is through the Academy site, on the Library tab, Secondary tab, Access to Databases. The page includes a link to the site of Athens, the commercial company where our databases are. After opening a reader's card, we will open for you a database account. Access to each of the databases is supposed to be free of charge, and if you are asked to pay, see Yossi in order to repair the situation. Besides this, there are databases which give us only partial access to their contents. In order to access the databases, you must identify yourself through Athens. If the page is empty when you open it, move from the Home tab to Resources Databases. The databases are commercial and are not a digitization of our library collections. Listening database: Naxos Music Library for classical music and Naxos Music Library Jazz. On Naxos, you can listen but not download. You can create a listening list of your own once you have signed up, which is free. You can connect to the database through any device that connects to the internet, but cannot connect to the Naxos app because identification through Athens is necessary for that. Viewing database: Classical performance in video. The database includes, among other things, classical ballet and modern dance. The collection is not consistent. For example, Cunningham is represented very broadly, but Forsyth not at all. Many works in this database are not available on the free web. Another advantage of the database over the web is that it is reliable and well organized. You can go into the main entry of the work or into a section of it. In large works, you can go directly into a section or watch the entire work. The viewing files are large and need relatively high-speed internet. Reference materials: Grove for music, and for dance, the International Encyclopedia of Dance. Oxford Scholarship Online. Online books, including books on dance. There is access only to a few books, and they are cataloged in the library catalog with a direct link. Periodicals. Unfortunately, they arrive separately from each supplier, and we have no way to know which articles are in each of them. The main database is JSTOR, Arts and Sciences 3. We have no access to other parts of JSTOR. This database contains periodicals from their beginnings until not long ago, without the last few years. Basic search is with the full text. We search, for example, Cage Cunningham, choose an article, open it in PDF, and can download it to the computer. Theater and dance with full text. Enter through the first resource and choose the database in it. Not all the material is actually found there with full text. Within the database, you can limit to searches of academic material peer-reviewed and/or only to materials whose full text actually does appear in the database. When full text does not exist in the database, you have to find its source, and then there's a chance of online access from a different resource, or a printed copy may exist in the library, or, at the very least, can be borrowed from another library. Periodicals that arrive individually are difficult to search, but if there is a referral, it's possible to browse and find them. Hebrew periodicals. Index to Hebrew periodicals. Whatever has full text online is connected to the name. The important periodical Machol Achshav and its predecessor Machol B'Yisrael have subject headings there, and there's a link from there to the full text. For further questions, we are at your service.